All right, so this morning in church I did some projection mapping with my sermon using some free software and this projector. So we told spooky stories from the Bible, and if you're going to tell a spooky story, you definitely need to be in the woods around a campfire. There we go. So our first spooky story is the story of Samuel and the Witch of Endor.
In those days, the Philistines gathered their forces to fight against Israel. Saul had expelled the mediums and spiritists from the land. The Philistines assembled and came and set up camp at Shunam, while Saul gathered all the Israelites and set up camp at Gilboa. When Saul saw the Philistine army, he was afraid. Terror filled his heart. He inquired of the Lord, but the Lord did not answer him by dreams, or Urim, or prophets. Saul then said to his attendants,
"Find me a witch to tell me my future, because God won't speak to me."
"There is one in Endor," they said. So Saul disguised himself, putting on other clothes, and at night he and two men went to the woman.
So Saul ventured to see a witch to learn what his fate would be. He turned away from God and went to someone that God had told him specifically not to go to.
"Surely you know what Saul has done. He has cut off the mediums and spiritists from the land. Why have you set a trap for my life to bring about my death?"
And Saul told the woman that nothing would happen to her, that she didn't need to worry.
Whom shall I bring up for you?
Well, Saul said, "Bring up for me Samuel. I wish to speak to the prophet."
Why have you disturbed me by bringing me up?
And Saul told Samuel that he needed to hear from God. He wanted to know how to hold on to his power.
Why do you consult me, now that the Lord has turned away from you and become your enemy? The Lord has done what he predicted through me. The Lord has torn the kingdom out of your hands and given it to one of your neighbors, to David, because you did not obey the Lord.
So that was our first spooky story, illustrating our need to listen to God and not try to be our own king. And then we went back to our campfire setting. We went back to our campfire setting to talk about what the story was about and our next spooky story, which takes place at a party. The party of King Belshazzar, who stole God's drinking cups and passed them around to his attendants. The king who saw this: a hand writing on the wall, writing out Mene, Mene, Tekel Parsin. And so we watched the hand write the message to the king and talked about what the message meant and how the king had tried to be his own, tried to make his own decisions, had tried to be God, did not listen to God, did not believe in God, and the wrath that brought upon him. And then we returned to our campfire to talk about our third story. And this is the story of Jesus. About Jesus and his disciples going out onto a boat and into nice calm seas, and then a storm came up. And the disciples get terrified, and they go wake Jesus up from his nap, and Jesus speaks to the wind and the rain, and things return back to their calm state. Now, obviously, this isn't a spooky story, but it is, because the disciples are terrified about what Jesus can do. They're terrified of his power. They're terrified of who this man is. They understood thunderstorms, but they didn't understand being able to calm the wind and the rain. And for us as Christians, we know who Jesus was, and we know that when we have Jesus in our boat, we don't have to be afraid of anything. There's no spooky story that can get to us when Jesus is with us. So we return to our campfire for one last brief moment to talk about what we had learned, and ended with a spotlight, and prayed and turned on the lights, and everybody went home.